Cody Rhodes addresses his WWE future. Plus, AEW are making some changes to Blood and Guts. And there will be no surprise entrance in the 2026 Royal Rumble. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. Cody Rhodes is the quarterback of WWE.
QB1, starting quarterback. Not even just a quarterback, Tom.
He is one of those crisps that we had in schools in the 90s. Put up a picture of quarterbacks.
I don't remember those, and I'm from the 90s. I think he's downplaying the age of these crisps.
I'm 42 in January. I'm old as balls, and I remember eating them. Cody is the quarterback, but it looks as if that the quarterback may be taking his helmet off sooner than we thought.
Yeah, so when he appeared on The Smoke, he was talking about his work-life balance, and while he tries to be at home as much as possible, he says the balance doesn't exist. I can feel that. With that, he made his intentions clear that he wants to step away in the not-too-distant future. What I'd say, he said... He said, what I'd say is the next WWE contract I sign will probably be my last, and I'll finish my days with WWE. It's the house that built me, and it's the house that brought me back and put me in this wonderful, wonderful position. So, I mean, it's a big statement.
Yeah, so he's 40 now. He talks about, being a father.
Get him that 20-year Bret
husband.
Hart contract. If he's only going to sign one more, 20 years.
Imagine WWE making all the money they're making. They go, want to offer you a $1 million deal. Sod off! And the rest. He talks about trying desperately to kind of keep the balance right of getting the private jet home so he can be home at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
so
and he's got his family, his family's young, and he probably wants to be there as much as possible. So,
and he wants to be in a position as well,
understandable,
and he can be there and be healthy as well.
Yeah,
and not, you get a lot of guys work and wrestle to the bone, and then
final contract doesn't mean it's the final time we'll see him. He might still pop up for tiny little runs and sporadic appearances, but it just means that life will be more important than wrestling at that point.
Yeah, I think so. And now this kind of adds extra importance to the next couple of years because they very much leaned on Cody Rhodes as like a top guy.
Yeah.
And there are other people that can move into that position, but now's really the time to develop those people that can be there when Cody Rhodes won't be there anymore.
And Cody's going to play a massive part in doing that. So I think it's just going to be, hopefully it's like at least a long deal, like a 5-year deal or something. But I think that Cody's going to be around for now for a little while, and we're going to see a nice scene start to develop underneath him.
It seems that way. Not nice scenes coming up next Wednesday because it's Blood and Guts.
That's nice scenes to me.
Like a little bit of blood on the screen. Fightful Select confirming reports from one reader that Dynamite is that the Blood and Guts special for AEW will go longer. 2.5 hour time slot allocated to the show next week. They got 2 Blood and Guts matches this year as opposed to 1, so they are going to run longer. Fightful also report that they've had some changes from the original plans due to Penelope Ford's injury. Nobody in AEW would confirm as such, but it's implied that the stacked roster for it could have been a pivot as well to add buzz to the show. Obviously, Penelope Ford suffering an injury that's going to take her out for a good while now. We saw Marina Shafir step in to replace her, teaming with Megan Bayne in the women's tag tournament.
Well, yeah, the 2 matches we've got so far are Darby Allin, Roderick Strong, and the Conglomeration versus Death Riders in the men's, and Jamie Hayter, Queen Aminata, the Babes of Wrath, Toni Storm, and Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and the Triangle of Madness.
Yeah, 2 beefy Blood and Guts matches there.
Blood and Guts is always a spectacle. It's always one of the the most, I think, gift and shared AEW shows of the year because it's always absolutely bloody mental. I don't know who's going off the top of it this time, but it's probably definitely happening. I'm looking forward to it. I think that the card is stacked, and hopefully this is something that will bring a lot more eyes to AEW as a product.
I wonder if I'm looking at the way that the cards line up, I wonder whether they actually put the women's Blood and Guts match on last.
Quite possibly.
Feel like they might do this year. I feel like open the show with the men's Blood and Guts match, end it with the women's Blood and Guts match.
Yeah.
How are they going to keep the ring clean? I presume those have separate canvases they can just pull up.
You don't need to keep the ring clean.
You've got blood everywhere.
That's
and
fine.
Guts.
But if every match has blood and guts, then it's fine. And you chop it up and you put it on trading cards. See, and then you sell them. Yeah.
Lovely chopped
You've
up
got John
bloody-
Moxley's actual blood.
Oh, delicious. Put it in a stew. Don't put it in a stew.
Just clone him.
Just
You could have a personal army of Moxes.
make all the Death Riders you could ever possibly need. We are coming up to the end of the year, and then the start of the year, of course, becomes Royal Rumble season.
The road to WrestleMania.
The road to WrestleMania begins with the Royal Rumble, which this year takes place in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Very much like my uncle coming round and having a full-on blazing political row with my parents, there'll be no surprises at the Royal Rumble this year. That is according to Brian Alvarez from Wrestling Observer Radio, and he explains a little bit as to why.
Yeah, he said there's a feeling that we might not get Royal Rumble surprises this year, if only for the fact that sneaking people into Saudi Arabia will be a lot harder. Alvarez then added that any surprises for Rumble weekend would take place on Saturday night's main event in Montreal the week before, and that means that sort of, I guess we could still in theory get surprises, but they're not going to be surprises by the time the Rumble happens.
Yeah, I think, and that's a shame, because for me, a massive part of the fun of the Royal Rumble is those surprise entrants, isn't it? It's those, it's having those people that you know, having like a Joe Hendry turn up as he did last year, and, you know, and having just those people, like, you know, Bob Backlund in the 2000 Rumble.
Or like you know, Bubba Ray Dudley when he came back in what was it, like 2014 or something.
You got, those little moments like that where you put in a legend in the Rumble just for a laugh, or Bubba Ray Dudley, where you have like those are a big part of the Rumble fun for me.
Yeah.
The Rumble for me is seeing a combos of people that you wouldn't normally see interacting.
Yeah.
And the surprise element of it as well.
We've been seeing less and less in terms of legends and more in terms of TNA and hopefully AAA. That I think this is what we're going to be more likely to get.
Maybe a case of like they'll encourage the stars to go, the stars of AAA and TNA all to be part of this year's Rumble. And this is it. They've got such a wider talent pool from outside of wrestling they can draw upon, and we can still have some fun with it without having to officially say there'll be no surprises in the Rumble. You can have some fun with like a Mr. Iguana run in the Rumble.
And if somebody is going to come out and it is a legend, they might come out on Saturday night's main event and then declare for the Rumble or accidentally end up in the Rumble. And it's like, you know, not that it's going to be Austin, because that's a massive, ridiculous shout, but you could have him somehow be explained into it the week before. He'd still get a big pop over there and he'd get a big pop on Saturday night's main event, but I think that we're more likely to just see younger talent now.
You could even do on Saturday night's main event, you could do in the way that you sort of say like a Rumble for the Rumble, where like there's like a space, the number 30 spot in the Rumble is open, and you have a Rumble, like a 10-man Rumble, to determine who goes into
Out comes Shane McMahon.
and you just don't announce anybody in the Rumble ahead of time, and it's just a whole Rumble of surprises on the Saturday night's main event in Montreal.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon, Bret Hart, Bruce Hart.
Yeah, let's get Bret in there. It'll be
all
fine.
The hearts.
Yeah.
Get all the hearts in there. They'll have a lovely time. That'd be a nice one. It is a Wild Card Wednesday on a Tuesday. That's how wild the Wild Card is on Twitch.
I just keep forgetting I moved it from. We do WCPW on Wednesday now, and it's Wild Card Tuesday. So I'm going to be live later.
Probably
Tuesday. Playing some spoopy games, but I'm not sure yet. I might also play a bit of Dave the Diver.
Oh, I love Dave the Diver.
So come along and we'll have some fun. We did do heavily modded Left 4 Dead 2 last week with wrestlers and Zoidberg.
Nice.
And that was fun. So we could also do that too.
But you've teased me with Dave the Diver there.
Yeah, but I'm going to go home and play that anyway.
That's true. One needs some downtime. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.